Hi everyone, and welcome back to Pop Off the Clock. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Jocelyn. We're happy to be here talking about all the celebrity headlines.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff, but there was still some substantial stuff even coming in right before our recording. There were some big developments in the Dancing with the Stars world, but aside from that,
I'm shocked.
From the last time we saw you, there's a new baby in the world that's of a celebrity couple. So
I feel like that's like the official belieber. Like, that's like
a #1 belieber for sure. We're gonna get into that, as well as some drama in the Bachelor Nation world. It's very strange drama.
Chaotic. And, you know, it's gonna really, we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna really talk about like girl code.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, what is girl code and at what point is girl code acceptable?
Yeah, or when is it breached? And then I have been listening to it. She's been listening to it.
Oh my God, I have. Yes, I have.
Sabrina Carpenter's new album. We're going to kind of get into the short and sweetness of it. But really quick, let's see how Jocelyn has been doing since we last spoke with her.
You know, it's been a crazy week for me. I have a work trip coming up, and I've just been stressing about it. I need clothes for it because it's like my first grown-up situation. Work trip. There was my first work trip that it's like, oh, you're going to workshops, you're going to conferences, and I'm like, me? But I'm a teenager.
I'm a child.
And I've just been stressing about what to wear. Aside from that, my weekend, I spent it with friends, Brenda, Chloe. I got a really cool painting done by my friend Violet.
Oh, yeah.
It's like my first
really
art piece in my office. So I just been like nonstop, and I just want this weekend to be chill.
Same.
Food, maybe a little bit of shopping because I need clothes. But aside from that,
shopping spree.
I feel like I've just been like planning ahead and work, and it's weird because I feel like I'm so busy, but because you're planning ahead, you don't really see your plans like form into fruition. So you feel like you're not doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
and
that.
It's just like, and you?
Oh, you know, just living life. You know, this past weekend I spent time with my good friends. It was really nice to see them. One of my best friends, she just got a house, so I've known her since she was a child. To see her being an adult and living her life, it's really nice to see. But yeah, you know, this past week has just been a lot of, you know, personal growth, a lot of that kind of realm. So it's really nice to kind of just like focus on yourself a little bit more sometimes.
Yeah, I'm all about focusing on oneself. But let's get into the headlines. A lot of people do need to focus on themselves. And as you mentioned, a lot of like last minute stories coming into our pink newsroom. It really goes into. I'm like shook. When
I sent this to her. Well, first when I saw this headline, I was like, this has to be a joke. But it's pretty crazy, guys.
Okay, so if you guys know, you know that we're Dancing with the Stars fans. Like we follow Dancing Stars. This is one of my favorite dancers. So Dancing with the Stars pro Artem Shavinsky,
I think,
was arrested in Napa County, California on suspicion of felony domestic violence, authorities tell CNN. According to the public information officer for Napa County Sheriff's Department, Artem was arrested around 10 p.m. in the town of Yountville. The investigation is ongoing. No further information surrounding the incident or the victim involved are currently available. He was booked with a $25,000 bond, according to online records. A spokesperson for the Napa County District's Attorney told CNN that charges have not been filed, though. And then he is known for competing in Dancing with the Stars. CNN reached out to ABC relating to this arrest. They were told that he is not slated to appear in the upcoming season 33, Dancing with the Stars, which I bet you ABC is probably like,
oh, thank God we avoided that.
And if you know who his wife is, it's Nikki Bella, one of the Bella twins, former WWE wrestler, reality star, podcaster. They met on Dancing with the Stars.
That's where they met, on Dancing with the Stars. It's crazy because I feel like you mentioned the fact that he was your favorite dancer, but that you were really happy to see their relationship. And we would even talk about it because he was on this last season of Dancing with the Stars where he was with Charity. And there was moments where, you know, you would see the behind the scenes of Nikki being there, and they haven't confirmed yet who was the person involved in the domestic dispute, but people were pointing out the fact that Nikki had posted that she was in Napa this past Wednesday. I guess the days prior to this incident, they had posted their anniversary, kind of linking the lyrics of I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, because that's the song that she felt connected them. I'm just like really shook at the fact that this even
and there
happened.
is a chance that, you know, it is domestic violence, but a lot of people could fit under that.
Like, for example, the Zayn and Yolanda.
Oh, as the mother-in-law.
The
Not
mother
that, like, domestic
thing.
violence is okay against anyone, but we can't be quick to assume it's automatically Nikki just because that is her.
Yeah, but it's very
partner.
upsetting to hear. You know,
we'll follow along. I am very interested to see what
sure.
comes out, and it's actually quite interesting. I think the authorities there kind of know what big of a headline it could be, and that's why they're kind of like not keeping it, but definitely crossing their T's and dotting their I's before they.
But now, like, you know, all the stories about how he was as a person are
that.
going to just kind of be coming out of the woodworks. I know that it was mentioned by somebody on a show that was with him that he was also very abusive in a way, kicking and pushing. We don't know.
Oh, no, you said that, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, we'll see what happens with, you know, this story. This is a developing story, guys, for the pop off the clock
Absolutely. But let's just stick to a little bit of a better, more pleasant news for us with celebrities. As you know, it doesn't get much more glamorous than the Venice Film Festival, where celebrities famously arrive via water taxi in their finest couture outfits. The 2024 event is set to be as star-studded as ever, with premieres scheduled for The Joker, Beetlejuice, and Angelina Jolie's latest project, Maria, among other buzzy titles. We've seen celebrities out there.
Yeah, we've seen the whole cast of Beetlejuice out there. You know, they look great. I've seen a lot of photos of Angelina Jolie there. You know, I haven't seen a lot of her in like any type of red carpet setting, so it's nice to see her out there again. And also, in this Venice Film Festival thing, a little bit of a debut of a couple that's been kind of together. They were at the Venice, Olivia and Louis Partridge, I believe that's his name. Partridge. They made their official red carpet debut at the Venice Film Festival.
It's always been rumored they're dating. They've been in, you know.
Oh yeah, she wrote songs about him.
She's like at every concert, but this was his time to shine. Which, by the way, I did not know he was an actor.
Yeah, he was. He is.
Okay, I knew he was an actor, but I didn't know he was like an actor.
Yeah, like in a Venice Film Festival movie.
And the fact that just she showed up for him, it's so
sweet.
cute. She looked really cute. The other thing that I do like that I mean, if Olivia Rodrigo goes to this, it's going to be the headline.
Oh, yeah.
And they weren't afraid that she might steal the
I saw a video of, you know, how like inside the theater, they usually kind of like have the cast sitting. She was sitting in the row behind, which was really cute to see. So that's nice for them. They're a cute little relationship.
Well, while that happens, a lot of the stuff that happens there is we get really the reviews and the first critics kind of come out with their stuff for these like highly anticipated films. Beetlejuice, which I didn't even assume would be shown at this thing. I'm pretty sure, or maybe
it got good reviews. That's the thing, though. I feel like everyone gets a standing ovation now, whoever goes to like whoever has their film premiered. But I heard that a lot of people did like it, so. I don't know. I saw something quickly about the potential of a third movie, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to kind of like hold my tongue on that one because I don't think I read that right. But yeah, I'm excited for that movie. I'm excited to see all of the fantastic outfits at the Venice Film Festival, but it's not only just like film and actors, it's also models that kind of show up and
with the couture.
Yeah, to show off like certain brands and stuff. So I'm sure we're going to see a whole lot of that more this coming weekend.
Definitely want to see the reviews on Joker.
Oh yeah, I want to see Lady Gaga on the red carpet.
Oh, like, you know what? Yes, pending.
I'm curious.
Definitely this weekend more.
I'm curious if she's gonna go with the trend of like dressing for the movie and having little like references here and there. We'll see if they follow that trend. Yeah.
Well, there's other drama. Well, not drama, romance and happening. among an older couple, rumors. There's only adoration, though, in this building when it comes to the friendship. Rumors swirled that Martin Short and Meryl Streep might have been reigniting their romance after rumors went crazy while they were walking down the Only Murders in the Building season premiere after party holding hands. After these rumors kind of came to light, people were like, are they dating because they're holding hands? The actor, Short, came forward and just did a simple quote saying, it's been a friendship that's always grows. He told Extra in an interview, if you work with someone and love that person, that's kind of what you see.
I never really thought more into it. I feel like
people,
older people hold hands sometimes, like with their friends, like.
No. I think they're just like old school, theta, like,
besties.
Drama people. They're like, they probably like kiss each other when they leave rooms kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I've seen Meryl Streep do that. And I'm not saying like it's a little, you know, not normal, but I think it's normal within like
maybe that's just their friendship.
theater. I know.
Maybe that's just
I'm
how they are.
pretty sure they kiss each other before they leave a room.
Okay. That's natural. I'm just
That's
kidding.
natural.
I have no idea.
It's like, it reminds me of, you know, those Friends episodes where they kind of like kiss each other, like bye, and then they like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
And I'm pretty sure at some award shows when, say, it's a co-star, I want to say it was some guy that she was like, and he won the award, and they like just like pecked on the lips.
that's
And like
why
his
I
wife
feel
was
like
right next to it.
I feel like that's like a. I hate to say it in this way. I feel like it's like an older person type thing where it's like, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like give you a kiss if it misses your cheek.
If it goes
Like,
a little
it's
bit
okay.
And granted, they were not kissing; they were just holding hands.
Yeah,
so
which I don't even think. I don't read too much.
I
into
think
that.
people were just reading. I think it was just a slow news
Yeah, it was
day.
a slow news, obviously. Cause
Like, who would have thought we're talking about dating rumors between Meryl Streep and
Martin Short.
But no, you know what other rumors are happening about a possible couple? Ben Affleck is already being linked to someone. Kathleen Kick Kennedy. Reps, though, for the actor have already denied it, say that these two are not dating. There's no truth to any of it. I don't know if they even know each other, says Jen Allen, Affleck's spokesperson, in a statement obtained by People. This rumor just kind of surfaced that these two individuals, Kennedy and Ben Affleck, were dating. Granted, there was no pictures. There was no...
It's a very much page 6 like
Yeah.
headline type thing. Just because right now, like, it's just inundated with Jennifer and Ben Affleck. Like, she was, you know, didn't want it to end. He was this. They were that. They're selling their home. They're selling this. Like, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't read this part, but the reason why his people are saying it's not true, it's because People had previously reported from multiple sources that the two were spending time together. One source saying that they'd been linked since the late spring. A little overlap.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see where that goes.
See.
This is like a pretty messy divorce.
I did see another article where they say that Jennifer Lopez is livid over these rumors.
I mean, yeah, like, I think she wants to be like I don't even know
Like
what
the
they
first
want.
one to move on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, Jennifer, take a break, please.
We just need to stop.
Just take a little break,
We need a break
girl.
from them. I'm not gonna lie.
No, yeah, that's why I literally just like saw this pop up and I'm like, is he really honestly already seeing somebody?
And I thought he was gonna be like the normal one out of
the one to take more time and like literally probably never be with anybody again. But who knows with this guy? Who knows?
Who knows with this guy? But you know another guy, men. And speaking of men, Jax Taylor may be the #1 guy in the group, ha ha ha. But that didn't stop him from getting hit with divorce documents while filming season 2 of The Valley. TMZ is reporting. Well, according to sources connected to the show, they tell TMZ that Bravo personality was served the documents from his estranged wife, Brittany Cartwright, while filming the new season of the reality show this week. Awkward.
Brittany, girl, finally, literally having to like, the moment when you heard that audio tape of Jax with Faith, that should have been like, I don't know why you still stayed with that man, got married with him, but finally you are out of this relationship. Jax is like one of the worst, like I can't stand Jax Taylor. Obviously, like we see them as characters, we don't know them in their personal lives, but like, he just did not seem, he just was not it, girl. And so I'm really happy for her. We were watching the recent, what do you call it? The recent Bachelor in Paradise season, right? Remember Tanner?
Yes.
They were like seen dating or something.
Really?
Brittany and Tanner, yeah. Which I'm like, okay, girl, get it. Like, I'm just so happy seeing her live her life. I saw a picture of like her getting delivered like alcohol to her home. I'm like, live your life. Do it in front of the cameras, just like he did you dirty in front of the cameras.
I mean, they're definitely going to get like a season 2 and 3 if that's what they're filming.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous
And
plan.
in the Valley, I think I heard that they're adding Sheena and Lauren from Utah.
Who's Lauren from? Oh,
Lala. Which I'm like,
I don't really. I mean, if I feel that would like who is on Vanderpump then?
so that's the thing. I just saw a video during my lunch break that Vanderpump, I think, is going to come back. There's a rumor that it's going to come back, according to like Bravo sources, that they're going to do a season, a finale season, like a farewell season, and then introduce a revamped version. But I'm just like, I don't need to see a whole season. I just, give me one episode. Like, I don't, and some people might not even come back. I'm sure that's going to be Ariana. Like, what does she have to gain from this show anymore?
No, Ariana needs her own show.
Her and Katie, I would love to just see them like a sandwich shop TV show of them.
Just her life.
Living their lives.
Yeah, I'd watch that just because Ariana's so busy.
Yeah. That's the VPR update.
I know, but I haven't even talked about that for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
NFL stars Travis and Jason Kelce have signed a lucrative podcast deal with Amazon, reportedly worth $100 million. The 3-year deal announced this week gives the company's Wondery Audio Network's exclusive multimedia rights to the brothers' popular New Heights podcast.
Which is awesome for them.
That's awesome
It's
for
gotten
them.
so popular.
Yeah, and it definitely went to a new level, of course, when Travis started to be linked with Taylor. But even before that, it was one of like the most popular sports podcasts. And I mean, at that point, they were both active in the NFL, right? This is going to be the first season or the first thing that Jason isn't. So I'm pretty sure.
But good for him. Like,
No,
$100 million deal. That's
Jason
awesome.
was already like kind of like the one that's out there, like making comments. But he still had to be kind of restrained because he's still an active NFL player. And now he's probably going to like talk
Let
so
it
much.
fly.
Yeah.
He's gonna let it fly for sure. I'm excited for them. This past week they had Adam Sandler.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't see
did,
that.
and he was basically, I guess because of the fact that we mentioned last time that Travis is getting into his acting era,
Oh, yeah,
and he's gonna come out in Happy
yeah.
Gilmore, but Adam Sandler was basically praising Taylor and saying that, you know, she's a great person. I think he went to one of her concerts and was like, my kids love her, she's great, like you got a good girl or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Another podcaster that's making the headlines once again. We told you about Alex Cooper's deal with SiriusXM last week, but you know, this week was about celebration for her because right after that deal, she rang in her 30th birthday, and it all kicked off with a weekend-long bash. Cooper wore multiple looks, including one blinked-out outfit by Stella McCartney. Her bedazzled birthday suit consisted of 6,500 low-cut nude bodysuit. It cost $6,000. She paired that with a matching micro mini and hot pants. Cooper also hosted the end of the summer party, who attended, of course, her husband and some famous friends. I think you sent me the video. She was partying with Leah and Miguel from
Love Island.
and then Bachelor contestant Maria.
And also Noah Centeno.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, this guy still exists on
He
our
does.
radar.
You know, she actually just, no, like, happy birthday, Alex, whatever, but cool, you get it. Have a cool 30th
Honestly,
birthday.
the fact that
Hey,
she's 30, I feel sad about my life because
just turned
she
30.
has like just signed a $125 million deal. She like has the world at her feet, and I'm like, where am I in my life right now?
You know, if you like, we could kind of, what was I going to say? She's kind of copying us. So she just signed one of a book talker, one of the most like followed book talkers. She's going to have a book club podcast under the
Oh.
Unwell Network. and it's
That
like
Unwell
super,
Network, I'm pretty sure
She's smart.
She was pushing a lot of Leah and Maria this entire time. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something with
together?
them, like
Do you think
together or maybe separate. But Leah has said she doesn't want to be a podcaster, so I don't know. This Unwell Network is gonna go somewhere.
It really
it's
is.
interesting to see like what she's create, like to go from Barstool, like we mentioned last time, to like just being this creator of, I guess, content creator.
Yeah, like
In
an
a
ultimate
bigger, like
influencer.
in a bigger
Yeah.
manner.
Just sticking with the Unwell Network, unfortunately, one of its hosts or one of its employees, Alex Earl, is in some controversy. She is apologizing for a post she wrote when she was 13, in which she used a slur used to insult Black people. The Miami-based Earl, who is now 23, used the language in a post made to the website Ask.fm in 2014.
Yeah, a lot of people were calling her out on social media, on TikTok.
She apologized. She has apologized, and she
Yeah.
said that, quote, I did not understand the deeply offensive meaning behind that slur at that age. There is no excuse for using that word in any context at any age. That's absolutely not the way I speak or what I stand for currently.
So this kind of started popping up during the whole Brooke Schofield kind of time, where a lot of people were discovering her racist, was it tweets or posts?
I think tweets,
I think a lot of them are tweets. And then people were like, wait a second, Alex Earl also had this, like, where is her bringing attention to this? And I think it took some time for her to actually put out this statement, but a lot of people on social media were upset, and people really go through those archives.
They really do.
I don't have anything. You can look through my stuff. I just talk about like when I was a kid, how
No,
I'm
sometimes I look
always
at the
hungry and
stuff and I'm
tired.
It's just so, like, I don't know.
I have like the lamest tweets. You can look at it, but it's like, you know, you do have to hold people accountable if you have like a bigger platform. And
Yeah, I agree. I agree that people do change, and I also agree that, like, I'm not the one to accept that apology kind of thing, but she is in hot water, and it's kind of like, I think I heard it in another podcast where they kind of say that Brooke thing and maybe now the Alex thing is like their first, like, Gen Z, like, controversy, where we're used to, like, those YouTube apology videos, and this is kind of the first time where they're
they're in the spotlight.
because she posted it when she was 13 in 2014. I was graduating college. Like,
2014, I had just
Probably in
moved
college, yeah.
by myself, like for the first time. So that's crazy.
She was 13.
No, yeah, it still boggles my mind that she's 23 years old and like has the whole world at her feet. What am I
Yeah.
doing wrong?
Okay, let's switch this subject. Some Gossip Girl news, kind of.
Gossip Girl.
Ed Westwick married his longtime love, Amy Jackson, in a stunning ceremony at the Castello de Rocca Cilento, a five-star hotel located inside a walled-up castle in Rocca Cilento, Italy, near the Amalfi Coast. Well, the Gossip Girl
Ooh.
alum looked dapper in a white Giorgio Armani tuxedo jacket, black pants, and black bow tie, sharing gorgeous photos to Instagram and writing, "The journey has just begun." The bride was breathtaking in a strapless white Alberta Ferretti gown with a multi-tier lace veil. And
Kelly Rutherford was there.
yeah,
Serena's mom.
Yeah, I think it was such a gorgeous, very Chuck.
Chuck is married, guys.
Very Chuck wedding, like just glamorous.
He's so clean
His
cut
co-star,
now.
it's
like,
so funny to me that his co-star Jessica, right,
his ex co-star and ex-girlfriend.
got married on the same day.
If that isn't fate.
I have a feeling their wedding's going to be in Vogue.
Ed Westwick's?
Yeah, you don't think so?
I think Vogue, but from a specific, like, Vogue Italy or Vogue something.
Okay.
Like, I don't think Vogue
I think she's
Vogue.
Australian.
Maybe something like
Yeah.
that. I don't think it's going to be the American Vogue. I think it's going to be a different country's Vogue.
He's
but I
British,
thought it
right?
was so, yeah, he's British. I thought it was so ironic that, yeah, Jessica
It's like Schwartz or
Swords,
something like that.
Yeah, she got married too the exact
We'll
same day
say
they used to
Chase
date. Chase Crawford was at her wedding, which I was telling Yoselin is interesting because in his podcast, Call Her Daddy podcast, he spoke very well of Ed Westwick. So I think it's interesting how he picked Or did you mention that he was supposed to go?
Yeah, some sources say that he had, I think he was asked if he was going to
Ed Westwick's wedding.
He said he couldn't because he had scheduling conflicts with shooting, but yeah, he made it to hers.
Maybe
Unless
he
it's because
did, and
the
then
flight.
Yeah.
Hers was in the U.S.
Yeah.
His was in Italy. I mean,
maybe he did have something where he
Like, he
couldn't
just couldn't
come
make that.
back
Yeah.
or something like that. But it's crazy how these two people that were together got married on the same day to separate people.
that's crazy.
It's serendipitous, honestly.
Yeah. Some other Y2K throwbacks is Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie proved how close they still are this week. The reality stars continue to film The Simple Life. They were arm in arm outside the theater in Los Angeles as they were dressed to the nines. Both Paris and Nicole had a midnight blackouts that made them look ready for a ball. And I'm so excited to see.
I loved The Simple Life. I feel like, was that my first real like reality
Probably,
TV?
no, that was like the first reality
right?
in life.
Like it's such a good show. Like I am so excited to see what they're gonna do. I just love Nicole Richie. Even when she had that show that was just about herself. It was on VH1. That's where you first are introduced to Sophia, her sister. And I loved it. It's so funny. Like I just genuinely, I'm so glad to see them together again doing this show. Like what a perfect thing.
So there is like a thing where, you know, you can't really recreate the magic because that first magic was just all the elements, all the things, you know, rich girls don't know what like your average American person does.
I'll never get over the Walmart where they're like, do you buy walls there?
Yeah, like and even at that, they can't, like, the culture is, like, you know, we're a little bit more, is it PC? Is that what PC? Is that what people say? Like, politically correct?
Oh, yeah.
That I don't think that, you know, at the end of the day, they know they're, like, multimillionaires now and they have a brand to protect, so that, like, that thing
it's
of
going to be
like,
lingering in the back of their head.
Yeah,
so I think they're going to be filtered a little bit more.
So will the magic be recreated? Probably not, because I mean they were outlandish. Like I mean they were like
crazy.
I still like when Nicole like threatened that guy to like beat him up because he kept calling Paris stupid. Like I could watch that clip all the time. But I'm just excited. I'm for sure. Do we know what platform it's gonna be on?
I was about to say I do not know because I'm like
Hulu.
obviously like VH1 is not a. Is it a thing anymore, VH1?
I don't know.
I have no idea if that's a
cable
thing
cutter.
anymore, but maybe, yeah, I think Hulu would probably be the natural, like,
Hulu. I think
choice.
Hulu or Prime, but I think Hulu.
I think it's so interesting to think about even apps and, like,
It's not
what
giving
they would
Netflix.
have. It's not giving Netflix. It's definitely giving
Hulu.
just Hulu, not even Peacock, not even Disney.
Well, Hulu is owned by Disney, so.
Oh yeah, well
Yeah,
I think
but,
yeah,
like, strictly
Hulu's
Hulu.
like more of like the raunchy or
So I'm
version.
raunchier,
Raunchier, like
Disney.
just like more of the adult one.
Yes. Okay. Well, next headline: Miss Leah Michele is welcoming her second baby. The actress took on Instagram to announce that she and her husband welcomed her second baby, a girl named Emery Soul, which I love that name.
Emery Soul.
Emery Soul, like Soledad,
nice name.
like soul.
I like it.
It's cute, right?
Emery Soul. Leah Michele.
Her first baby's name is Ever, which I love.
Ever. Evermore.
Like Ever. Yeah, I love that song.
Ever.
I know when she had her firstborn, she did a lullaby album, and it was called Forever.
Aww.
But it was like forever and then forever.
That's really
Isn't that
cute.
cute? Yeah.
Forever. That's really cute.
Yeah, it's super, and she like had
Honestly,
really good
like
songs.
I don't think I can personally have a unique baby name.
I can.
Because my family's gonna be like, how do you pronounce that in Spanish? And also, I'm just not clever.
I'm very clever.
I'm not clever. I don't think too much. Like
Yeah.
I would probably have not a basic name. It would probably be a unique name, but
Yeah, something maybe I could see you naming your child like a classic name that's not popular, but it was like in the
yeah,
old
like
big
I
time.
really did. I do like the name Mateo, but like because of Jane the Virgin, I liked that kind of like
Team Raphael.
name. But yeah, we'll see. And if I'll come back to this and see if I chose a unique name or a
see.
basic name. We'll see.
We'll clip it right now.
Yeah, we'll
okay, let's
see.
head over to our main stories. We're gonna stick with baby news.
Yes.
someone has been born. The number one believer. Justin and Hailey are officially parents. Bieber, if you weren't
Crazy.
into this. It seems that they're enjoying their first few days with their son, Jack Blues Bieber. Both the new mom and the baby are doing well at home, a source close to Justin told People. They're both overjoyed. The baby is such a miracle. He's adorable and doing well, the source says. Hailey's doing well too. According to the source, the couple's pregnancy news was something, quote, that they very much wished and prayed for. And I, for some reason, thought they were having a girl.
So did I. I was kind of feeling girl, but I think Hailey is such a boy mom.
Yeah, she
right?
does.
Like she gives boy mom energy. Jack Blue. I want to know more about like the reason
But it's
behind
Jack Blues.
Blues. There you go. Jack Blues Bieber. JBB.
That's cute.
JBB.
It's a great name.
Like JB, Justin Bieber, Jack Blues, Bieber. Yeah, kind of like
It's super cute. I think the name's super cute. I was expecting, like, it's very unique, but if you, like, separate it, Jack, okay, that's a name. Blues, that's unique.
Blues Clues.
I knew you were going to say that. I just think it's cute. I think that I didn't know how far along she was.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't
Well, even with that Vogue article, it was kind of like... she revealed halfway through her pregnancy that she was pregnant,
like 6
with that
months.
post.
Yeah.
So then I guess that kind of aligns.
Does make sense.
That does make a lot of sense now. But I'm just so happy to see the progression of their relationship from just kind of being like kids who like
Newlyweds
were
that
on
maybe
and
will make
off
it.
together. Yeah, like, you know, tumultuous relationship with another person, and then, you know, kind of rekindling, getting back together, having the world like absolutely hate them being back together, and then them just powering through, and then having like, you know, their own little family. I think their story is unique and beautiful.
I think so too. I think it's like having a kid now really solidifies their...
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like it's pretty much known that Justin has very much like anxiety issues and along those lines. So it's like now you're going into parenthood where you're responsible for another human being. Like
Hailey is going to be responsible.
Hailey's going to have a lot of work on her hands, but I hope that this is an opportunity for him to rise to the occasion and be, you know, because, you know, the issues he had with his family dynamics and stuff, like, I'm sure people don't want to repeat history.
Do you think they're going to be like a public or cover his face?
I think that they will post it on Instagram, his face, in like a carousel. Something along
You don't think they're going to cover the face? Like privacy, kind of how like
or maybe
Ryan and Blake and Mila and Ashton, Joe Jonas and
possibly,
Sophia.
maybe, because I feel like they just kind of can't stand the public eye.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, we'll I think so. I don't know, but I feel like they're gonna do a whole shoot, like a whole like photo shoot.
Vogue. Just Vogue.
Maybe. I mean,
think I'd love that.
That would be cute.
And also, I think it's safe to post pictures of your newborn because, and then not.
They're gonna like look different.
They're gonna
completely
look
from like when they are a newborn. So yeah, happy for them. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Another man in the world. Sorry.
Okay. What the heck? Okay.
I didn't mean it in that way. I'm just saying there's just another man in the world.
Now? Let's get to this hot topic issue. And if you know this, okay, whether you like The Bachelor or Bachelor Nation, I think...
It brings to front, you know, an issue that for time and decades, men and women have been dealing with, which is code.
Yes.
Girl and boy code.
Girl code.
Girl code in this sense.
Is it bro code? Whatever it may be. So, fans of... Okay, here. The debate about the definition of girl code is nothing new. But do the rules apply to Bachelor Nation? Let us present you the facts and you'll decide. Okay, ready? So fans of The Bachelor and Bachelorette are buzzing about Kaitlyn Bristowe when she told a story about giving a fellow Bachelor Nation alum heads up about going on a date with their ex. Well, she didn't name names. It's pretty clear that she's referring to Tayshia Adams, who Kaitlyn co-hosted 2 seasons of the franchise, and Tayshia's ex-fiancé, keep that in mind, fiancé, I said that right, not boyfriend, fiancé, Zach Clark. Little backstory. In 2021, Kaitlyn and Tayshia were hired by ABC to co-host 2 seasons of The Bachelorette. 3 years later, Kaitlyn was spotted cozying up to Zach at her New Year's Eve party. The twosome have continued to be spotted together sporadically, and while they haven't officially gone out on the record about the relationship, Kaitlyn just appeared to recall to Tayshia's less than thrilled reaction to the duo dating. Okay, now fast forward to present day. Kaitlyn said in a podcast that she reached out to the woman, Tayshia, she doesn't say who, but she says a woman, via text. And I said, hey, so-and-so DM'd me and we've been chatting. I know you're really happy in a relationship, so I don't know if this would bother you or not, she continued. Kaitlyn says at that point, the woman, that we know it's Tayshia, called her and was very upset, and she told Kaitlyn this. According to Kaitlyn, this is what Tayshia told her. I always knew you were a bad person, and you've confirmed it. Your true colors are showing up. Then I hung up, said Kaitlyn. And then she said, this is a quote she said in the podcast. I'm not going to say all of it. You can look it up. She says, now I just want to send her a pic of me blanking his blank. Okay, you guys could look it up.
You can fill in the dots.
Yeah, you can fill in the
dots.
dots.
Mad libs it, that stuff.
So then she's now getting flack, Kaitlyn is, for saying that last comment on the podcast because first you're questioning, was there a girl code? Was there not a girl code? But then you're kind of being ugly and nasty and making that like really vulgar, obscene comment at the end of it.
Unnecessary comment.
I will say, if I was a podcaster and she said that, I would have laughed too because it was just so outrageous. I saw on TikTok someone say that, which I truly, I cannot agree more. Kaitlyn's behavior is 20-year-old Kaitlyn on The Bachelor, and she never grew up, and now she's a 40-year-old trying to act like that Kaitlyn, which I'm like, Okay, two things. Do I think that she owed Tayshia anything?
Here's the thing. So a lot of people are also backtracking because, when Tayshia and Kaitlyn were together in this hosting gig, Kaitlyn was able to see the relationship in its relationship status, the engagement, and then the breakdown of that relationship, the separating. She even at the time on her Off the Vine podcast was like, my girl Tayshia is going through it so much.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she commented in the past being like, it's so hard to watch this, like it was upsetting, like, they are going through something. She addressed the breakup and had sympathy for Tayshia in that moment.
See, I didn't know that.
So then that's just kind of like, you were there for her in some form of way. We don't know how close they were when they became hosts, but she was able to see the relationship and the demise of that relationship. And she even commented on it.
And see, in this podcast, she said that they're not that close, even though people probably think they do because it does appear like that on TV.
Yeah.
So say if they weren't even close, right? Say they were coworkers. The thing also is, during The Bachelor, Tayshia had announced the breakup of her engagement. She said it, she brought it up on live TV.
Yeah.
While she's tearfully telling the audience that her and her fiance broke up, Kaitlyn is sitting next to her, consoling her. Granted, any human being would console someone next to you.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean they're close, but you kind of you're there consoling. But then the fact that she would bring it up and be like, my girl Tayshia's going through a hard time, she just announced.
Addressing it on her personal podcast, bringing more light to the situation to be I was supportive of, I forgot the exact words that she used, but it was very much of the following that breakdown moment, explaining what she's seen and expressing what she's understood of the situation with Tayshia. So to go from that to be okay, it started with him, I guess Zach started texting her, and she was like, I texted her to see if she was going to be okay with it, and then she called me. I also think Tayshia called her because she knows that Kaitlyn might have revealed the text messages or posted the messages that she may have responded. I mean, she still said what the conversation was.
I think if Kaitlyn would have got on that podcast and been like, I saw the relationship, I respected their relationship, but his and I's relationship started way after, and I wish that we
and her and I aren't close. We don't talk.
And and then there could have been a way where it's like, damn, Tayshia, like, you don't have to go that hard on her. You could be upset with her, but just being like, you're a horrible person. I always knew you were this horrible person. It also makes me think, like, well, if you always thought that, why were you so close to her? If she would have just left it at there and just presented, like, hey, I fell in love with this guy. Like, I don't, you know, yes, it sucks because, like, there's so many guys and fish, and you could have just picked anyone else. But that last comment was just so, like, oh, I'm going to show you up.
Grosera. It was so, it was gross. It was gross to hear, like, be an adult. Like, the way that she's handled the whole Jason Tardwick breakup, the way that she's
really
handled.
Followed that.
It's just, like, messy. Like,
is she?
She's just been so messy lately. And it's just, like, pick a different pool of people. You don't have to choose Bachelor Nation. Like, meet somebody outside of. There's a whole net of reality TV
you know,
stars.
What's so funny?
Like,
when I was looking through this story specifically, and I would go like People, Daily Mail, whatever, people writing about it. All the article pictures had the ugliest, like least flattering picture of Kaitlyn. It was like a 3. And then hers was like, she just looked evil. And I'm like,
you can always tell, like, with the posts, like, whose side people are on.
Yeah.
No one's on Kaitlyn's side. And actually, Kaitlyn, because I was looking up information about this story, recently she was saying that she had a whole funeral for her relationship with Jason, that she had, like, a mental funeral where, like, I don't know, she's just been very bizarre lately.
Like, recently? Isn't she already in a relationship with this new guy?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, she's been very reactive towards the fact that Jason is already dating Kat Stickler, and like the fact that they've been pushing out their relationship.
No,
she's
they're
been very
hardcore.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
To the point where I'm just like,
it's icky.
Like,
it's icky.
Okay, again, I don't have kids. I don't know how that works, but like, this man's already like involved in her daughter's life.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've been together for even a year.
No, they've only been together for probably like a couple months.
Yeah.
It's just too much. Like, I feel like Jason, Kaitlyn, a lot of Bachelor Nation can be a little too much sometimes. And it's because they have, you know, this platform where they feel like they can just, I don't know, Kaitlyn's just been, Like, I had been slowly, like, not liking her.
And I liked Kate. I always thought, like, yeah, like, she's, you know, out there, a little rebel, a little rogue, whatever, but I'm just like, ew.
But
like,
this was that comment on that podcast. I cannot get over it.
And Tayshia's very much liked. Like, she's a fan favorite because she's so classy and so unproblematic.
Absolutely.
So now you're saying, like, I'm going to, like, send this girl a picture that's going to make her, like,
feel worse like,
about a breakup?
Like that, I'm sure that, divorce, that breakup with the fiance, I mean, granted, it was like a bachelor fiance, like, who really holds a lot of weight to those, but still, like, I think that Tayshia took it pretty hard.
Yeah.
And then just to kind of like, the fact that she said, I always knew you were a bad person, that's just kind of
I would have been pissed too, but like, I would have been like, wow, you see guys. I would have turned it somehow. We'll see how that unravels. At the moment, Tayshia has not responded.
No,
I know she did a TikTok.
It's her birthday. Was it her birthday the other day? No, she's
something
just been
on
like
TikTok, and like it's just very like unbothered kind of vibes.
She's dating the guy from is it Summer House or is it Winter House? She's dating somebody from like a Bravo universe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's why Kaitlyn was like, you look happy, so let me just text you that I'm dating Zach or whatever.
That's so crazy to me, though. That's so crazy. Okay, let's go to some pop news. We have Sabrina Carpenter's new album. Carpenter has had 2 of the year's biggest hits with Espresso and Please, Please, Please. Now she's released a full-length album called Short and Sweet, which serves up much more catchy silliness and high drama.
I love this album. I love it so much. It's really like helping me through a lot right now. Like her lyrics are just so incredible. Like I guess that relationship with Shawn Mendes really took a toll on her somehow, some way.
Because, and I see how. Let's break it down. So
let's break it down.
So as we know,
I'm gonna bring up the song list so that we can just kind of know.
Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello were like item, right? Havana, all that good stuff. When they broke up, Shawn Mendes was quickly linked to Sabrina Carpenter. At this point, Sabrina Carpenter is not this as famous. It was just like if you followed her and knew her, you knew who she was. She was like mid, right?
And you kind of knew her also at the time because of the whole Olivia Rodrigo, like Joshua Bassett love triangle
Situation.
thing.
They would they would be seen at dinner walking out, and they're just like not even acknowledging
Separated,
each other.
yeah.
You could tell she was just like you could just tell in the picture she was just like ha ha ha, and he was just like whatever. Then a couple weeks later, he is seen with Camila
At Coachella.
And then
Making
it's a
out.
question. I'm making out. I know. It still breaks my heart. So not for Sabrina, not for like,
Yeah, no,
Shawn.
yeah, I don't like Shawn.
Yeah,
Not that.
I
It's
like Shawn until
Mendes.
then. And then it was like, well, what happened to Sabrina? So this was basically a situation, I think, that hit her really hard because you see these like mega A-listers at the point being probably super toxic to each other. You're trying to like, wow, like Shawn Mendes like wants to date me, is talking to me, is interested in taking me on a date, and then out of nowhere he's back with his like mega A-lister who at a way, I'm not saying she was like jealous of her, but it's something you probably want to obtain at a career, as a career girl, pop girl, and also a relationship, and it just probably hurts so much. It's that whole like storyline of like, you know, nerd girl likes football player, but he's dating the cheerleader, and then they break up, and then you start giving him like
He gives you a little bit of attention,
and you're like, oh
then-
my god, maybe he's like cool, and then the next week you see him making out with the cheerleader again. It's like that.
And the fact that they didn't even last with that second rekindling,
yes,
like to put her through all that and over like a rekindling that was literally just like a dud.
nothing.
Like nothing. Like,
Nothing.
and Camila even said in her Call Her Daddy podcast, it just was like revisiting something, an old thing, but like it, you know, felt like it was over or whatever.
So
but
the story, not the story. The song is Taste.
So the songs about the whole triangle is Taste, and Coincidence is where she kind of goes more into the details of the fact that like, you know, this was a girl that you said that you were already moving on from, but then you drive to her and
Like you're at the same part of town. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Which kind of mirrors a song that Camila came out with, June Gloom. And it's basically, say Sabrina says in her song, hey, I thought you weren't interested, but what a coincidence you're at the same part of town as she is. Where Camila's song is like, you say you like her, why are you at the same part of town I am? And it kind of mirrors, and it's just like, gives me cringe because Camila came out with a TikTok promoting that song. What a coincidence.
days after Short and Sweet came out.
No, but you're not going to tear down my girl.
Because lately she's been pushing a different song because, you know, when TikTok gets those dance trends, that's all she had been posting about. And then Short and Sweet came out.
And
She
the
heard the
comparisons
songs,
came out.
and then all of a sudden she's promoting this song that everybody knows is about Sabrina. So
Yes.
like, and also I was on TikTok and I noticed that Camila did a video. You know, like when you do interviews for promotions, sometimes you read song lyrics or something.
Yes.
She was singing Espresso, dude. She was singing Espresso. I don't think Camila knew that these songs were gonna be coming.
Oh.
Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? I
yeah.
don't think she knew that. Like, I don't think the world knew how deep the feelings
Shawn
were.
and-
But honestly, sometimes the relationships that lasted maybe a couple months, they can stick with you because it's like the what if, like, you know, you feel lost, like all of these things. And it's just like, she's such a real girl for like having this probably short-lived relationship and then writing all of this music about it. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Then Taste came out with that's her current single now, Taste, and it
Yes.
came out with a music video starring Sabrina and Jenna Ortega, and it's based
Ooh.
on what movie?
Death Suits Her. Oh, Death Becomes Her.
Yeah, Death Becomes Her,
Sorry.
and it's a little gory, and then Jenna and Sabrina end up kissing in it, and I think Jenna represents Camila in it. Like,
Oh yeah,
that it's
because a lot
like-
of people say that, you know, Jenna looks like Camilla a lot,
and the long brown hair, and then at the end it's funny to me because they're fighting over a guy, and at the end the guy dies, and the girls are like, oh, we were so dumb, like for fighting
over this guy.
to the point where the music ends and they're cut away like, oh, he's so insecure.
Like literally listing all the things
And
back and forth.
Which I'm like, that describes Shawn Mendes. But I just think it's kind of her moment, and it's very interesting. It does seem like a summer album, though, and it's coming out a little bit late in the summer. But
it's a little bit of summer, but the lyrics feel very like
fall.
Sad girl fall type thing. Like, do you have favorites of the album?
Yeah, let me see. Okay, for sure,
We're gonna
Taste.
say
I
our
have
favorites.
it. Yes, I liked Taste. Which one's the other one? I don't even know which one. Juno.
Yes.
I like Juno. I think those were the ones I've been repeating. And of course, Espresso and
Well, literally for me, it's no skips, but the songs that like resonate right now are Good Graces, Sharpest Tool, Dumb and Poetic, Slim Pick. I love Slim Pickings.
She's naming all of those.
Slim Pickings, like,
Pickings.
girl, Don't Smile, Lie to Girls, like, the whole album. I love the whole album
I think I
right
just
now.
need to commit more to it. I think I listened to it. The first time I listened to it, I was actually at our friend's colleague's house, and she just had it playing, and it like was playing it, but I wasn't really paying attention. And then I kind of just picked some songs to listen to, and then I put the whole album in my office while I'm working. But that's kind of like an in and out thing. Like I'm not always paying attention to it.
No, you need to this weekend digest it, listen to the lyrics.
Guys, I'm like that kind of person that like I need to read the lyrics to like
No,
hear it.
yeah.
Does that make
And
sense?
what's always kind of frustrating to me is it takes so long for Spotify to put the lyrics for the songs. So I've been hearing some songs over and over again, but I'm like, this lyric. And then I read the lyrics and I'm like, girl, she's just such a great songwriter. Like
She is. It's very. I heard it's very smart and witty, and which is something that we kind of like.
Yes. I even listened to her Zane Lowe interview, which
I
was
love
really
those
good.
interviews.
It was really good. You know, she even says like some of my old songs in the past were very kind of self-deprecating, a little comical. She was like, I always tried to figure out what my voice was going to be, and then she realized like this is my voice, being funny and like being myself in my lyrics, because that's what actually resonates with people. And I agree 1,000%. Like I think that she's a unique songwriter because it's just
clever with
comedy.
words.
Yeah, clever with words, comedic. Like I wish I was that smart. I wish I could write.
Can't believe it's her 6th album though.
I know that's
crazy.
insane, but I think that, yeah, I think from here she's already launched herself.
Oh yeah, then her
Launched.
her tour.
Oh yeah, man, I want to go.
I'm like,
now.
should we have gotten tickets?
The tickets are sold out.
Ugh.
I think in a lot of places, but
yeah, if you haven't listened to it, listen to it with me this weekend, and then
yeah,
we'll definitely see if you know how it lives with us for
Yeah.
our next episode and what new songs we might be obsessed with. Even though
I'm
Brenda's
obsessed with it all. I'm obsessed with it all. But yeah, if we don't have any recaps. There's really nothing to watch right now. But very soon, ma'am, it's going to be Golden Bachelorette. And I am so excited to see it. That's September 18th. So I guess we'll try to have that in our recaps.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll
It'll be
find
cute.
something to recap,
I'm
y'all.
piqued. It's piqued my interest just because of how popular the Golden Bachelor was, how intense it was, and people loved them, and how it's like, well, they're obviously older and know that they're falling in love. Why wait any time? And then they got divorced in like 3 months.
But let's not act like we didn't see that coming.
No, 100%. It was a little
Even
out
like when I saw them end up, I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work out.
'Cause
I'm
he's
excited
gonna-
for Joan though. I'm excited for Joan. I really did like her, and I think the video that they showed of all the men, they all look just so wise. And you know, men, it takes time for them to get to that point of being wise. So it's gonna be very interesting
It's
to
gonna be
see
prime
that.
time.
But yeah, that's all.
That does it, yeah, for us.
That's all.
Another week of pop culture headlines, so be sure to tune in next week. Share this episode and follow us on Instagram, Pop Off the Clock. You'll find our individual handles there. You'll also find the link to our YouTube episodes and our Spotify playlist.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye guys.